Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. So if you are holding Bitcoin, if you are asking this question, what to expect next for the coming days, what to expect next for the immediate short term, then this video is definitely for you, because in this video I have prepared some very interesting chart which is indicating us where the price in the immediate short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about these interesting scenarios, I want you guys to do me a favor and destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, please do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. And now if we look at the price action of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, we can see nothing much has changed. The price of Bitcoin is still below 30 weekly moving average, still below this 200 weekly moving average, which is stopping us around 28,000 range. Yes guys, in the immediate short term, if the price of Bitcoin wants to show us an actual bullishness, then we have to find support above this moving averages around 28,000 range, because we know in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has found support above this red line, which is the 200 weekly moving average, you can see what has happened after that. After that, the price of Bitcoin has done very bullish, and right now if we look at this carefully, we are below this 200 weekly moving average, and also at the same time the price was finding support from this rising trend line. So in our case, we tested the rising trend line here, but if we do fail to remain above 28,000 or break this resistance from the 30 weekly moving average, 200 weekly moving average, then this rising trend line might be attracting us, which is around 25,000 before deciding the trend duration, because we know testing the support from this rising trend line, the yellow trend line in the past price action, resulted in a very bullish move. So we are expecting a similar thing to happen if we would get attracted towards this 25,000 range, because it's not just only right now, right? It's not just only the resistance from this 30 weekly moving average, resistance from this 200 weekly moving average, which is stopping us or which is holding us around 28,000, but also the resistance from this monthly elrond line. Let me show you that here. So what I want you guys to do is to look at this CPI indicator, our leading indicator, and according to this leading indicator, we can see very clearly the price of Bitcoin has failed to touch the CPI line, top, central and the bottom CPI line, which makes it a VCPR. And I have been saying this since a couple of days that in more than 90% of cases, before we end a certain month, the price usually gets attracted towards the CPI line, and only after that chooses a trend duration. So in our case, these lines are still untouched, which makes it a VCPR, and price is also facing resistance exactly at this green dots placed horizontally. You can see that's the monthly elrond line, which sits around $27,999. So let's say 28,000. This line here to the upside is also going to be the line of resistance. Yes guys, along with this moving averages, 200 weekly moving averages, 30 weekly moving average, this monthly elrond line around 28,000 will be also looked as a line of resistance, and only after flipping this into proper support, right, we know the price of Bitcoin is ready for a new impulsive movement. So as long as we remain below 28,000, we have to be careful, because we know 26,000 could be attracting us. And not just only this, getting rejection on 28,000 has also flashed us this dead cat bounce trading pattern, which could be playing out parallelly, because in our case, after this dead cat bounce, this is 0.1, this is 0.2, this is 0.3, right? And this here will be the 0.4. So this really fairly so-called a dead cat bounce, just like here from 0.2 till 0.3, usually shows a 50% retracement. In our case, we came exactly at this 50% retracement as well, and the price is showing weakness. So if this is going to be an actual continuation here to the downside, then we also need to monitor this dead cat bounce trading pattern, which could be heading towards to form a new lower low. But if the price of Bitcoin, or if the bulls wants to invalidate this bearish scenario, then we have to manage support above this 28,000 range, because finding support over 28,000 will invalidate this dead cat bounce trading pattern. We will be above the monthly elrond line, the resistance line for this month of October, and even the resistance from this 200 weekly moving average and 30 weekly moving average. And only after that we know the price could be preparing itself for a new impulsive movement. And now, if I would show you this very interesting example which I mentioned on my yesterday's video, I made it very clear inside this ascending channel where the price is forming higher highs, higher lows, we could be coming back to test the support from this horizontal trend line around 27,200, 27,100. Yesterday, this daily candle came exactly around 27,200 range, right? And then buyer stepped in. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that if we do see this continuation with each and every rejection from this upper trend line, we got attracted towards the lower trend line from this ascending channel and exactly the support from this horizontal trend line as well. I mean, testing the support from this horizontal trend line, both trend line, before starting with this impulsiveness. So this exact scenario could be playing out in our case. Price remaining around 27,100, 27,200, right? Testing the support from this lower trend line from this ascending channel before choosing a trend direction. So in our case, guys, in our case, if we fail, right, if we fail to find support above this 27,200, 27,100 in the medium short term, please be careful. We could be heading towards this 26,000, right, and even around 25,000 to form a new lower low, because this will be, in that case, this will be looked as a bearish continuation pattern. I mean, a bear flag type of formation. And not just only that, even if you look at this symmetrical triangle formation which is forming right now, yes, this has broken to the downside, and all of a sudden the price started showing a move here to the upside. What I want you guys to be looking at is the resistance line, the line which previously acted as a strong line of support might be acting as a resistance around 27,800 to 28,000 range one more time. So unless we flip this 28,000 into proper support like this, this will be looked as a temporary rally. Price coming back to test this key line, right, the previous temporary support line, before showing another continuation here like this. So to avoid this bearishness, the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term in the coming days must find support above 28,000 range. And not just only this, even if you look at this ascending broadening wedge formation, yesterday I showed you price in our case could be forming this ascending broadening wedge. This turned out to be a fake out. I showed you like this, I guess, right? But if you enlarge it a little bit, then you can see it does looks like a perfect ascending broadening wedge whose support has been broken. So what does this indicate? If the price of Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above 28,000 like this, right, then this is going to be looked as a bearish continuation pattern. Price coming back to test the key line, this temporary rally ending after getting attracted towards 28,000, and then start with an actual corrective movement after that. So please, guys, please be careful. Even if this is going to be looked as a relief rally or an actual rally to invalidate the bearish scenario, then we have to find support above 28,000 at any cost. But we know, even if this is going to play out, I mean, price of Bitcoin getting attracted towards the 25,000, 26,000, there is nothing to worry about. Why? Because even after retracement, if we remain above 25, 26,000, this will be looked as a temporary pullback. Price coming back to test the key line before starting with a new impulsive movement, just like as shown here in an example from this falling wedge pattern, breaking the resistance, a pullback, price coming back to test certain line of support before starting with an actual impulsiveness. And parallelly, we also know we are forming this bump and run reversal pattern. Even this will indicate if the price of Bitcoin finds support about 25, 26,000, then this will be looked as a temporary pullback before we start with a new impulsive movement. The support you can see now around 25, 26,000, we have support from this upper trend line of this falling wedge pattern, falling trend line pattern, the support from this falling trend line pattern, even the support from this rising trend line, right? And even the support from this descending broadening wedge pattern. Yes, guys, any sort of a retracement, as long as we remain above 25, 26,000, this will be looked as a temporary pullback before the price of Bitcoin starts with another impulsive movement here like this. So please do not panic. Even if the price in the medium short term could show some weakness, could get attracted towards 25, 26,000, but we have strong support around that area. So as long as we remain above that range, any sort of a pullback would not bother us that much. And now, last but not the least, guys, please, if you are still unaware about this Bybit new deposit bonus campaign plus 1000 USDT giveaway to our community member, please check the video description, because there you will find the link to join this Bybit 30,000 deposit bonus campaign and also the 1000 USDT giveaway campaign. So the link to Bybit, the link to Phemex, OKX with super interesting bonus structure provided for our community members in the description below. So feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. So this is all for today, guys. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy the like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.